my lesson has this little PowerPoint here guiding it. And so we start out with this little warm-up activity. This will be on the board when the kids come in. And they're given two pictures here, and they're told to talk with people around them about the pictures and just kind of think about them. Like, what may they be, what questions do they have, and what's different between the pictures. And so this touches on the engagement part of the 5E lesson plan, because we'll have this up on the board, and it'll get them thinking about it, and they'll talk with their friends, and it'll probably interest them into the lesson. And so, like, going past this, we have just a little title slide here, and then we have like this little introduction to something. It's just kind of asking some questions, seeing if they know anything about it. And then we go to the next slide, and we have this introduction to this picture here, which is what the rest of the lesson is going to be using a lot. And we're just kind of gonna decide and figure out what all of that means. We're gonna see what the colors are changing, what the months mean, what the green and white is, and then we'll move on a little bit. And so this is when the activity of our lesson starts, and this is where the exploration part of our 5E lesson plan starts. And so we're gonna go back one slide. This picture we're gonna hand out to each kid with some scissors, and they're gonna cut each one out and just kind of explore around, putting months next to each other, putting, like, layering the months and holding them up to a light and seeing what the difference is between the months. And so this is where the exploration of the 5E lesson plan comes in. Obviously, they're exploring the different amounts of ice surrounding Antarctica, corresponding to the different months of the year. So here's our little lesson again. And then we have like this little animation here showing the 3 months of our summer months and our winter months. And so for the last part of our lesson, we have this Socratic seminar. There's nothing in the PowerPoint other than this little talk time thing. And so we have the Socratic seminar last, and the last 3 parts of the 5E lesson plan are touched in the Socratic seminar as well as the activity, and I'll explain them, and I'll just bring this up just so we can look at it. So for the explanation, how will they explain to each other what they've discovered? In this activity, when they are working with this and their scissors and stuff, they're encouraged to talk to each other, talk to me. They're encouraged to explore and find out what's happening. They are also, in the Socratic circle, going to be talking to each other about what their findings were, and I'll be asking them probing questions to lead them on to discovering different things. So that is how we touch the exploration. Elaboration, they will extend what they've just discovered through me asking them difficult questions in the Socratic circle. I'll bring them together and I will ask them like difficult questions related to it to get them thinking and extend onto their knowledge that they had already just learned. And the evaluation process, how will I end the lesson? Just through the Socratic circle. They will all group up and we'll just kind of go over what we all just learned in the lesson. And then I'll send them on their way, having them learned their 5E for Antarctic ice.